Hello and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia, Sachi's route. In the last episode, Yuuji finally decided to actually go on a date with Sachi. And while trying to help Sakaki as the only one who hadn't hawked him and asked him for his maid duties, Yuuji was instead sent to clear out the ventilation system instead of doing Sakaki's laundry in fear of him seeing her private underwear. While talking about the maintenance shaft and the ventilation system, Sachi suggested that as a couple that they should have a more physical relationship. And while Yuuji was pondering this, he eventually agreed, but they didn't go all the way through, to quote Yuuji. How much they did will remain unclear for now. Let's continue. Alright then, I'm going to borrow Yuuji for just a bit. JB's arrived in typically flashy fashion to pick me up for the previously scheduled job. Judging from the way she's currently draping her arms around my neck, I'm going to guess the personal escort is mainly an excuse to tease Sachi. Yes, I leave him in your capable hands. I know it will probably be a little lonely for you, Sachi, but try to tough it out, okay? I assure you, there's no need to worry about me. Please do take care of Yukun. Oh, that's quite a thing to say to someone who just spent the last 5 minutes teasing you. Pretty impressive, Sachi. Thank you very much. More importantly, anything you want to ask before I head out? Yes, don't you want to request a goodbye kiss or two? Shut up for a minute, woman. I shake free of JB's clingy embrace and cut the flow of crabs short with a hand over her mouth. Well then, how long is your job scheduled to take? Let's see. When I silently look in JB's direction, she brings a hand to her chin and thinks the matter over for a moment. It'll vary depending on how the situation plays out, but I'm fairly sure he won't be back until quite late. So she says. In other words, you will be returning to the dormitory eventually? Yeah, no plans to stay overnight. I'll definitely be coming back. Is that a promise? As she speaks, Sachi looks up at me with a gravely serious expression. Yeah, I suppose it is. Alright, in that case, I'll patiently await your return here, Yukun. Just to be perfectly clear, that doesn't mean I want you to stand on this exact spot the entire time, alright? That's rather rude, Yukun. I'm not quite that stupid. Sorry, but you kinda got a track record. Rest assured, I'll wait while performing my usual routine. Good. In that case, not a problem. Alright then, thanks for sending us off, Sachi dear. Yes, please take care as well, JB-san. As Sachi bows politely, JB and I lower ourselves into the car and draw the door shut. Am I imagining things, or does she have some suspicions about your job? Even if she does, I don't think she's likely to bring them up. I suppose not. She really is a good girl, isn't she? Patiently awaiting her master's return, almost like some well-trained military dog. A military dog? Well, she's definitely a creature of habit, a slightly obsessive German shepherd, baby. But anyway, are you sure promising to come back was a good idea? That's not the sort of thing you usually say, even if you didn't mean it. I know. Wasn't planning to say anything of the sort, but she started staring into my eyes and I just couldn't help myself. Well, somebody's changing. What, me? Hehehe, the both of you. If you say so. Look, how about you put making fun of us on hold for the moment and pay a little more attention to the damn road? Okay. I'd been a little worried Sachi might get caught up on the way things ended yesterday, but you didn't seem any different this morning. Maybe that pat on the head actually did the trick. Go ahead and take a nap, Yuuji. I'll wake you up when we get there. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Obediently retrieving a sleep mask out of the dashboard, I slip it over my eyes and lean back in the soft leather seat. Within moments, I'm falling into a light sleep. quite the sigh, Kumine-san. Rather unusual for you. Sakaki-san. And it seems your head was in the clouds as well. Did I appear that way? I suppose it's hardly surprising. Yes, you did. That was my impression, at least. Was I mistaken? No, it's just as you say, Sakaki-san. I was lost in thought for a moment. Something on your mind? If you'd like to talk it over, I'll hear you out. Sakaki-san, I know your adoration for cup yakisoba knows no bounds, but I would strongly recommend not eating any noodles you may spill onto the ground. It's not healthy. Are you attempting to imply the offer was out of character? Would you disagree? Well, I suppose not, but if you went to Susan or Matsushima-san with your troubles, I've got the feelings you might get some rather warped advice. Yes, I think I may know what you mean. Hence the offer. In that case, I would in fact earnestly appreciate the opportunity to consult you on a certain matter. Am I correct to assume something happened with Kasami-kun? Perhaps it would be more accurate to say something that should have happened didn't. This sounds like a somewhat complicated story. First of all, let's move this conversation elsewhere. If we stay out here, one of the others might pass by at any time. Yes, certainly. Alright, we should be able to speak freely here. That's certainly true, but why the classroom in particular? Because nowhere in the dorm is secure, not with Iri-Susan around. I see, a very persuasive argument. So, what exactly happened? Well, the truth is, yesterday, Yukun and I decided to take the felicitous steps of engaging in sex. What? Sakaki-san, your display of surprise strikes me as slightly disproportionate. But just 2 days ago, the two of you hadn't even kissed, and suddenly you're having, well, sex? Anyone would be surprised. In any case, that itself wasn't the problem. Then what was? Well, everything seemed to be heading in an auspicious direction at first, but before sex itself, some preliminary measures are necessary, are they not? Yes, women need to be, well prepared for the actual event. Exactly so, and in the course of these formalities, Yukon's caresses guided me to the very peak of bliss, but... Wait, Kumine-san, does that mean... Indeed it does. My body was light as a feather, my mind soaring blindly into the outer reaches of the cosmos. It was a transcendental experience. I see. Soaring into the cosmos, that's certainly... Sakaki-san, you just imagined yourself receiving the same treatment, did you not? Well, a certain image just popped into my head very briefly, that's all. Rather more truthful an answer than I had expected, to be honest. You really are a good-hearted person, Sakaki-san. Let's please stop talking about this now. In any case, considering the nature of your problem, perhaps you would have been better off consulting Susan after all? Oh, I think I have to disagree. I don't believe I made a mistake in approaching you. Really? I would think she is more likely not more knowledgeable about these matters. Not true. She may put on a convincing front, but Amanda-san's no less inexperienced than the rest of us. And considering the websites you visit on a daily basis, I strongly suggest you to suspect that you possess more information on the topic at hand. What? How do you know what I do on the internet? Allow me to offer you a word of advice. When your password is only 6 characters long, you might as well not have one. Do you understand now? Yes, I understand that I need to slightly reconsider the way I deal with you. Well then, I'd like to return to the problem we were here to discuss. By all means.
Ugh, why does everything on TV at this hour always have to be boring crap?
Well, the only shows you and Sachi enjoy are gruesome, chaotic, or both.
What? Insolence! Every week, Tuna Fish Man and Professor Dave deliver pulse-pounding entertainment totally incomparable but to this color by the numbers revel.
Huh? Sachi? Why are you in uniform? Yes, the two of us were just studying a little. And you went all the way to the classroom to do it? Yes, with no distractions, it proved much easier to concentrate. Indeed. So, what's with the 1,000-yard stairs then? Everything okay? I think to turn yourself over. A little rest and we'll recover. Yes, no cause for alarm. Garter belts go perfectly with a maid uniform after all. Garter belts?
I see how it is. This studying session was all a pretense for private porno party.
Yes, maybe so.
What? Yumi-chan, you found people who brush off my teasing? Don't tell me the girl suddenly attained enlightenment.
That would be, pretty impressive.
Anywho, Onigen sure is freaking late today.
It's hardly the first time he's been out late on the job, but he always used to come back at the same evening.
Don't tell me he's out messing around with that blonde woman.
Michiru, his girlfriend's in the room, remember? Don't say stuff like that, even as a joke.
Alright, sorry Sachi.
Yes, think nothing of it. Here is your chilled barley tea. The girlfriend in question seems to be the calmest person in the room. Very true.
Sachin, ain't you worried about Oni-chan?
Well, JP-san did say they'd be back rather late.
This is way past rather late, you know. And it's raining too.
It hasn't been that long since Sachin went missing, so it's hard to help feeling a little worried. I'm truly sorry. I caused everyone a great deal of distress. No, you really don't need to apologize anymore, Sachin. We're not blaming you or anything, okay?
Yeah, of course not. We're just worried about Yuuji, that's all.
I do understand your feelings, everyone, but please rest assured, I'm quite sure Yukon will return.
What makes you say that?
Because Yukon's never broken a promise with me.
Not even once?
That's correct. Even on that unfortunate occasion when I caused everyone so much trouble, he came to meet me in the end, just as he said he would. And today, Yukon promised me that he would return. Therefore, I'm not worried in the slightest.
Is it just me or was Sachi kinda cool just now?
Yeah, now I'm kind of embarrassed for making a fuss. Some big sister I am.
So this is the iron will of a woman in love.
We're at the dorm, Yuuji. Okay, thanks. Opening my eyes at the sound of JB's voice, I reached down to unfasten the seatbelt strapped across my body. Sorry about that. I knew this one was going to take a while, but I wasn't planning on keeping you out till midnight. Not like you had anything to apologize for. This is hardly the first time I've spent an entire day on standby. But I feel a little bad for Sachi. Sachi, right. You should make it up to her, alright? Take her out on a date tomorrow, maybe? A date? Well, yeah, it's summer after all. Why don't you take her to the beach or something? I'm sure she'd be happy. Come to think of it, something like that might be called for right about now. Our first date was pretty casual, low-effort affair after all. Seems like you're considering it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright then, good work today. Right, thanks for the ride. Welcome back, Yukon. As I'm watching JB's car screech off into the distance, Sachi calls out to me from beside the school gate. Sachi, please don't tell me you've been out here all night. No, I've only been waiting a little while. I had the feeling you'd be coming home fairly soon, you see. A little while, huh? Don't know exactly what a little while is for Sachi, but her hair's visibly damp and it hasn't been raining for some time. Anyway, thanks for coming out to meet me. Yes, it was the least I could do. Instead of speaking my thoughts, I drop my hand onto Sachi's head and ruffle her hair. Soon enough, I receive a small, satisfied smile in return. Incidentally, have you already had dinner? No, haven't eaten yet. In that case, I have something I prepared ahead of time. I'll get it ready right away. Alright, that'll definitely be a help this time. In addition, I arranged with the others to ensure the grand bathroom remained available. You can bathe as soon as you please. Please excuse me, was I slightly too forward? No, but you're really obliging tonight, even for you. Almost like a genuine maid.
Do you dislike maids?
Wouldn't say that, but I do feel a little awkward getting waited on hand and foot.
Please don't trouble yourself on that count. At the moment, I'm acting as your girlfriend first and a maid second.
I see. Kinda feels like she's just dancing around the issue, but I guess it's a coherent argument.
For the moment, please do come inside before the rain picks up again.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
I'm very glad you came home safe and sound.
Kasami-kun returned?
Yes, and as per your advice, Sakaki-san, I successfully lured him to the bath after his meal. Well done, Kamina-san. Just the sort of operational discipline I expected from you. No, it's all thanks to your flawless strategy.
My contribution wasn't anything special, but from this point on, all you need to do is put what you learned in the classroom into practice.
Indeed, I, Kamina-san, shall now make full and unsparing use of everything you have taught me.
Good luck to you. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Wiping a few beads of sweat from my forehead, I sink into the bathtub down to the neck and let my muscles relax. I ended up stuck on the job for 12 straight hours today. Ultimately, the rat we were waiting for never showed, so I spent every minute of that on standby. After holding the exact same position for all that time, my body's aching and stiff all over. In my experiences, a long soak in the hot water is the best way to fix that. Changed, huh? JB said her observation applies to the both of us, but I'm not really aware of anything that's different about my behavior. Then again, I don't think she's wrong about Sachi. The girl's gotten noticeably thoughtful about the situation she finds herself in, and she's been asking questions on her own initiative, actively seeking to understand the meaning of people's actions. I didn't see much of either from Sachi before. They represent clear changes in her normal static pattern of behavior. Now we just have to wait. Now we just have to see what kind of results they bring.
How's the temperature of the water, Yukon? Not too hot?
Yeah, no problems.
I'm glad to hear it.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yes?
How long have you been in here?
Since you muttered, changed, huh? To yourself.
I wasn't completely off guard either. How do you sneak up on me like that?
Maki-chan and I once practiced moving silently at some length. I was simply applying the fruits of our labors.
Easy enough to talk about moving silently, but in practice walking without producing a sound is very nearly impossible. Stealth requires a great deal of skill, especially when approaching an alert opponent. And Sachi managed to get this close without tipping me off. The joke about her being a spy in maid's clothing doesn't seem quite so funny anymore. Alright, so why did you sneak in here? You clearly knew I was taking a bath.
Actually, that was my very reason for entering. I'm sure you're tired after working all day, Yukon, so I thought I might wash your back.
Wash my back?
Yes. As your girlfriend, it's only natural to show my gratitude for your labors.
The exact connection between showing her gratitude and rinsing my back kind of eludes me, but Sachi brought this proposal up on her own. Whatever the details, I want to encourage that sort of initiative on her part. Alright then, appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Please do come right this way.
Right. I pull myself up out of the grand bath and sit down at the bath stool as directed by Sachi.
Well then, I'm going to begin, Yuuji-sama.
Okay, I'm not Michiru.
Yukon, do you dislike being addressed respectfully?
I don't like it or dislike it particularly. I just want to know where this is coming from.
I'm setting the mood.
The mood, huh? Yes, there's nothing to it then.
Yes, nothing to it.
On second thought, that makes no damn sense at all.
Yukon, you rolled into a counter, a rather uncharacteristic comedic maneuver.
Forget my maneuvering. Does this mood really require you to talk to me like I'm some feudal lord?
But of course, we need as much lewdness as we can possibly get.
I think there are ways to show gratitude that doesn't involve any lewdness whatsoever, but I suppose there's no need to press the point. Alright, fine. we'll do it your way this time, Sachi.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'll be pouring some hot water over you.
As soon as the words are out of her mouth, Sachi carefully picks up a bucket and dumps some pleasantly warm water over my shoulders.
Is the temperature alright?
Yeah, feels fine.
In that case, the soap will be next.
Right. Next, she thoroughly lathers my back with a layer of frothy soap.
Well then, please excuse me.
And after this line, I feel a distinctly soft sensation against my back. I think that is safe for YouTube. Oh, even in a situation like this, Sachi is just so damn adorable. No! At the same time, there's a nasal little moan not far below my ear. Sachi, what the hell are you doing?
I'm simply washing your back, Yuuji-sama.
I see. Well, as long as you're washing my back, I guess it's all good. As if. Were you seriously expecting me to roll with this?
Ow! How cruel, Yukon. Why did you chop me?
Because you pressed your chest against me out of nowhere. Isn't that the natural reaction?
To be honest, I think most men would be stupefied for the moment, then pump their fist in joy.
Might be right about that one, actually.
In that case, I assume there's no problem.
No, look, I'm trying to ask why you felt the need to molest me like this. I just want an explanation. You do have a reason for doing this, right?
A reason?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't just think this one up on the spur of the moment.
Impressive, Yukon. As always, it is as if you're reading my mind.
Spare me the misguided admiration and get to the explanation.
Certainly. As a matter of fact, yesterday's events have been weighing on my mind ever since.
Yesterday's events?
Yes, specifically that you cut things off halfway through. I concluded the likely cause was my lack of sex appeal. So today I decided to squeeze out every ounce of lewdness I possibly can in order to ensure that you enjoy yourself as well.
Ah, now I get it. Come to think of it, she did seem a little uneasy after the fact. I guess the sudden aggressive approach makes sense given the context. So, who put that idea in your head?
Sakaki-san.
Ah, so it's... wait, Sakaki? Seriously?
Yes, I owe my strategy entirely to her. She suggested I lure you to the bathroom in order to launch my attack.
You sure don't mean Amane?
No, I'm quite sure it was Sakaki-san. What's more, she listened to my verse with kindness and sympathy.
That girl giving out advice, let alone in a kindly way, is definitely a little surprising. But when you account for everything she's picked up from browsing the internet all the time, Sakaki might well have Amane beat when it comes to second-hand knowledge about sex. In other words, I have Cyber-Sakaki to thank for this.
Yes, in general she suggested it might be wise to capitalize on my pre-existing maid characteristic.
Can't deny that it stimulates the male lust for conquest.
Indeed, I was quite relieved to learn that you are not a maidophobe, Yukon.
So that's why she asked that question at the school gate earlier.
Now that I've explained, would it be alright for me to resume washing your body?
Before that, I want to clear up a misunderstanding of yours.
Have I misunderstood something?
Yeah, I thought I said this before, but you got the wrong idea about why I stopped yesterday. It's not that I don't think you're attractive.
Is that so?
It is. For example, I find it fairly arousing when you get naked and press your chest against me.
I'm glad to hear that.
Hearing my reply, Sachi smiled with evident happiness. Imagining the girl earnestly plotting out this ridiculous plan is a little hard to hold back a wry smile of my own. But then again, that kind of awkwardness might not be that atypical for someone this inexperienced. Alright, Sachi, go ahead.
Certainly, I, Kumine-san, will now service you with all my heart.
When she emerges from the grand bath after a few minutes after me, Sachi's beaming smile is noticeably more energetic than usual. You're in a good mood.
Indeed, I succeeded in my original objective and repaid Sakaki's kindness. I'm sure she's watching me with a smile at this very moment.
Is she supposed to be dead or just a voyeur?
And of all things, you even washed my body after the fact. Indeed, I owe the success of this seemingly reckless plan entirely to the passionate instruction of my good friend Sakaki-san.
Yes, I owe her one then.
Yes.
Anyway, you feeling a little relieved now?
Yes, I'm very happy to know that I'm capable of exciting you, Yukon.
Well, seems you're in a pretty good mood already, but I've actually got another little treat for you.
Some sort of surprise? Wait, don't tell me, are you by any chance going to adopt the maid uniform as well?
I said a treat, not a horror show. Let me take you on a date up to the beach tomorrow. Sachi, you listening?
Huh? I do apologize. I was so shocked I entirely forgot how to respond.
I'd laugh at this point, but I know you're completely serious.
She looks pretty pleased though. Inviting her seems to have been the right choice.
So, anyway, I guess that means you're up for the beach?
Yes, all green, sir.
Sachi bends an elbow and strikes the same emphatic salute she used in our earlier training session. Her almost childish enthusiasm is blatantly obvious from the tone of her voice alone. She's not just pleased, she's genuinely excited. By the way, if there's something on your mind, you can talk to me about it next time.
Huh?
You said it yourself, didn't you? You're my girlfriend first. I might be a pretty half-assed excuse for a human being, but I do know how to listen when people I care about talk.
You can...
Not that I'm asking you to tell me everything. Just want you to know there's no need to be so reserved. You understand what I'm telling you?
Yes, thank you very much, Yukon.
And that fits perfectly with about 30 minutes. So the previous episode got a little shorter. The reason for that is that while I'm recording, I'm recording this in full screen mode, which means that I actually don't have the recording device I'm using has a timer on that shows how long the video is running. You can also set it to cut off at a certain amount of time, but I don't do that because I don't know how long I will be recording for beforehand. But the timer on the video only shows up when the recording is not in full screen mode. And while I could easily record the Fruit of Grisaia in windowed mode, I prefer it very much in full screen mode because there are so many small things. I probably misread a couple of times, and it definitely wouldn't be easier if my reading area was smaller. So that's the reason why. So I actually had no idea what time I was at with the 18-minute episode earlier. I said that I would try to make each video around 30 minutes, or depending on how the chapters make up. And well, it was at the end of a chapter or an act, if you could call it that. So in that case, I don't find it unfitting, but I will try. And I think seeing how the chapters afterwards was lined up, this would have been a very long episode. And while I don't mind doing long episodes, it is straining on my voice, and I would rather not lose my voice because that means I can't record at all, obviously. So I'm trying to hold myself back, also because the headset I'm using is fairly heavy. It's very good, but it's also fairly heavy. So it's hard on my neck to sit with for more than 30 minutes. The Skyrim episode that I did a couple of days ago, that was 1 hour and 46 minutes, was definitely a pain in the neck, even when I woke up the day after. And that's unpleasant, and that's not really something I strive towards. And though it's not something that ultimately it's not something that I'm against, because I personally like a long video, especially because then if it's a game that I'm not completely interested in, because it still counts as a view, but then I will just do something else while I'm listening to it as a podcast, essentially. And I don't mind videos like that. I also don't mind videos of games that I'm interested in being long. That's just a personal taste. But I personally don't believe that videos of around 10 minutes to 15 minutes, unless it's a really, really short game, I don't think that'll cut it for a video, and it would be very unlike me to record for such a short time. Other than maybe doing a gag video for 1st of April or something like that. So yeah. And now the episode actually got a little longer because I'm rambling on. So I should probably get some tea for my throat and for my vocal cords. And I shall see you in the next episode. But until then, take care.